Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Duke Blue Devils taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have the first possession of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games.
He smashes his way through again. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. He makes the connection. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Yeah, nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Going up top on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that pass is intercepted. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off play action on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. Now from inside the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The Blue Devils are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And on 3rd down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job going, getting the first down, a new set of downs for this offense.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him...
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to throw on second down. With the catch, it's Akbar. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Kentucky may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take the dub away from Kroger Field every time. The Cats have been racking up road wins since the Bear Bryant days, and they'll get another one today. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dive.
Oh, look out, there he goes! Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, right away after picking out the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Throwing right. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And he intercepts it. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Right down the middle. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Leaves it with the back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Yellow Jackets will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He can just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown,
this offense. They have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Going to the ground. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Akbar. Oh, big juke to get past. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. David, they'd love to do it. time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, he's looking downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Kendricks. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to go up top on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The Yellow Jackets are threatening in the red zone.
29 Philly.
Now on the option. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. A little screen to the running back. Gets away from one, finds room. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on second down. He wants to take the top off. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's not afraid to go deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
On the move from inside his own 20. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Pocket starts to collapse, and he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down, fourth down coming up. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right.
Running toward the tape. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after. Pass up in this one. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He caught it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And the beatdown has ensued. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, bro.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Oh, man, almost an interception on the screen. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch called for and made. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. After the missed connection, it's 3rd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen.
We'll give the defense credit there on 3rd down. It almost looked like they were expecting the screen. They gave up a few yards, but not enough for a first down. Now they've got a chance to get off the field.
The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out.
Offside defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Fires left. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Just plowing ahead. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Just keeps moving. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Or should have ran a better route.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On the return, it's Akbar. And the returner will be knocked down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
The Yellow Jackets get enough to move the chains.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Running back searching for a hole. Make the stop at the... And yard gain and a fresh first set of downs.
Yeah, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the inside give. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play. They get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Syracuse had an impressive showing at home, and I know the fans inside the dome are ready for hoops. But pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron, too, people. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To the air on 1st down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. Fires the pass, intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43. Here comes the offense on 1st down. The hand to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
And the defense was not fooled on that 3rd down. They were expecting that could be run. Linebackers doing a nice job really coming hard downhill to stop that play.
Steamrolls his way ahead. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. Talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. To come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. On second down, he'll fire. He's going up top here late in the game.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And the returner will be brought down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. After the stumble earlier